Hi y'all, you haven't seen me in a hot second, but I'm here, and it's the holidays, as you can see. And when I also got a cat, there she is chilling, Belle. But I'm here to talk about tarot. Yes, tarot. More specifically, the decks that got me through 2020 instead of a whole tarot deck collection, because I have some decks on there that I don't even like anymore, and I want to like place in a new home. So I'm not going to do a tarot deck collection because there's some decks I can't really speak of because I just don't use them, period, because they just did not vibe with me. So the first deck that got me through 2020 is also my very first deck I got about 2 years ago from one of my best friends, Anna. Shout out to you, Anna, if you're watching this. Probably not, but so it's the Everyday Tarot. I love this deck so much. So here's some of the cards. It's very minimal, very easy to read. It's just really pretty. It really gives the answers that you're looking for. It's just it just gets straight to the point. And for me, it's such a personal deck, especially because it was my first one. So I learned tarot off of this deck, right? So yeah, I couldn't imagine not using this deck. It really is like an old friend. Oh, look at the Six of Cups. It really is an old friend of mine who gives me the answers I need and knows me really well. So yeah, I love this deck a lot. Couldn't imagine. I'd be heartbroken if I didn't have this deck with me for this year especially. It's just a really good friend of mine, you know? This is what the deck is for me, a good friend who knows me better than I knows myself, like this deck. But yeah, that's Everyday Tarot. Love this deck. Also, it's a really great deck for beginners if you're looking to get into tarot and you don't want to go through that traditional route, because that was me. I literally only got a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, like actual deck, like September, this September. So, and I've been reading for tarot for 2 years. So I do not like that. I do not like the traditional look of it. Never was a fan of it. I'm like, why waste money on that when there's beautiful artwork by people today? So I got the Everyday Tarot as the first deck, and also it's the cheapest deck you can get out there. So but yeah, love the deck. Oh, the star card, can we just like, this is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with her. The star card in almost every deck I'm obsessed with, so that's a good indicator. If I like the star card in a deck, I know I'm gonna probably like the deck. But yeah, so the next deck that got me through 2020, and that's got me through, I think, majority of 2019 as well. I love it to death. I just resonate really well with it. I get answers like this. Is the Mermaid Tarot, the Mermaid Tarot, by Leeza, Robertson, and illustrated by Dillon. Sorry if I did not pronounce his names correctly. This is what the backings look like for the deck. Pretty nice. And here are some cards. Ugh, look at that Emperor. Oh my gosh. King Triton. I love this deck. Like, I think it's because of my water elements. I'm a Cancer Sun, Scorpio rising, Cancer Mars. I'm water sign. It just like works for me. But like, look at this. Oh, love it. Yeah, so there's something about mermaids and occult, honestly, vampires, witches, werewolves, the whole way, fairies, the whole lot. I love that stuff. I also like this deck because there is diversity, and I always look a lot for diversity in my decks. Oh my god, this King of Cups though, like, beautiful. Like, look at that. Don't want that ring light to like grab it. Queen of Cups. So it's super pretty. It's diverse, and it's actually really sad too. Like this image for the devil really struck me. I was like, whoa. Also the image for death in this deck. Let's see if I can find it quickly. I was like, whoa, do you see how, like, you know, the oil has like attacked, but like has like endangered the water animals, and we see how humans are trying to help and save them, and how it represents death. It's really like powerful. Like this really was like a really big deal to me, this card. I love this card a lot. I think this is clever. The hangman as well. The ring light is literally so annoying. It's the hangman, that was super clever as well. But yeah, in general, I just really like this deck. I tried to even write a Mermaid book. I'm still trying to write it. It's not like I've given up on it. I just don't have time. And it's really hard to write a book. But I literally, to write that book, I literally shuffle the deck and, you know, see what pops up to inspire me to give some answers to this book I'm trying to write. But yeah, Mermaid Tarot, love it to bits. It's such a good deck. That like fulfills my water elements. I don't know what it is about it. It helped me definitely get through 2020. The next one I have that helped me get through 2020, I actually got in 2020, the beginning of the year, I think April. So the beginning of quarantine, I got the Manga, the Mystical Manga Tarot, and it's by Rebecca Moore, and the art's by Rann. I'm sorry again if I pronounced that wrong. So when we went back into quarantine, in April, I rewatched for the billionth time Inuyasha. Everyone knows I rewatched Inuyasha. Like that was like my staple of quarantine, and I'm still like obsessed. So I was like, why don't I have a manga tarot? Why don't I have like an anime inspired tarot? So I went online, found the Mystical Manga, went online, saw a few different manga tarots and like anime style tarots, and for some reason this is the one that really caught my attention and I really liked. So this is the backings of the deck. It's pretty nice. This is what it looks like. I really like this deck. It not only fulfilled my like anime needed style deck, but it gives really great answers to what I'm looking for. It's so easy to read. It's very much Rider inspired, so it's not difficult at all to interpret the cards, and I just find the artwork beautiful. There's certain cards in here that I love even more. Let me try to find them. And the Six of Cups is always a card that I love to see. It's just so cute. But yeah, so oh, the cat's gone up. Belle, Belle. Anyways, also I need to watch more anime. That's not just Inuyasha, that's a goal of mine in 2021. I have a problem, and my goal is to watch more anime that's not Inuyasha, period. So the next deck I want to talk about that got me through 2020 is a deck that literally fulfills my early 2000s like child experience, with the way the art's done. It makes me like so happy to put on this deck. Like I literally feel like an early 2000s baddie with this deck. So it's called Vanessa Tarot by Lynyrd Narciso. I am so sorry I cannot pronounce it, but this is the name, which is reflected on Vanessa Tarot. I love this deck. It's so much fun. This is the deck I use for me and my girls. Like this is the deck. Oh, like the cherry in this, like I love it. I freaking love it. It's so cute. Listen, I know this is super random. I don't even know why I'm talking about it right here, but literally every time I see this deck I think of Albania. Don't know why, probably because of the red and the eagle in the back. Anyways, moving on from that, the Empress, like Do you not see the early 2000 vibes I'm getting from this? That's the vibe, and it's cool, girl. It's everything I wanted to be as a child. Sabrina the Teenage Witch energy here. Like, I love this 8 of Wands. Like, they popped off with this. Oof. So this is definitely a deck I'd use for me and my best girlfriends. It's a deck I want to use when I want to hear some tea, some gossip. You know, it's also a really good deck for like pick it up, girl. Like, you better work. Like Britney Spears work bitch energy. It has definitely that Britney Spears work bitch energy, which I love. The deck is look at this, like this hermit. Like, I've never seen such a pretty hermit. You know, hermits are usually old men. Oh, she's so cute in this Page of Cups. You know, the page is supposed to be young, so I love how in this deck the pages are literally like little girls. Oh my god, like, again, another page of swords. I love the pages in this. But yeah, it's just such a girl empowering, you know. Queen of Swords though, like, can we talk about the Queen of Swords? She's literally like at her rich dead husband's funeral. She probably did it. And now she's reaping the rewards by literally having all his inheritance money. But I don't want to say that about the Queen of Swords, but that's something the Queen of Swords would do, you know what I mean? I love this deck. This deck makes me be a little catty, but a little catty makes me be a little more like, girl, get your shit together. And I love it. I love this deck. Also, I don't know if I showed the backings, but the backings are so cute. And once again, they fulfill my early 2000s like inner needs. So next deck we have is I got this year as well in July for my birthday. It's called How to Deal Tarot for Everyday Life. But the actual tarot deck was originally called Circo Tarot. So I don't know. It's just the way this one was published. I really like this deck though. I think the artwork absolutely beautiful. It speaks to me. Like this is like, I just think it's so beautiful and gorgeous. It has a certain circus, like the name runs by, circus energies, like but it's just so beautiful. Like, oh my god, I'm obsessed with this artwork. And it reads so well. Like, I get such quick answers from this tarot deck. Like, oh my gosh, I love it so much. I love the, you know, it has a bit of surrealism in it. I love this one. I love this card. A really cool way of looking at the Three of Swords. It's beautiful. I really like this artwork. I think this artwork is, I love the colorfulness. Like, this Queen of Cups is gorgeous. I love the colorfulness of it. I love the choices the artist made in portraying cards in this deck. It's super pretty. I'll show you. This is the backing of the deck. So it's pretty simple but nice. Let's see, what other cards do I really like? I really like this Queen of Wands. I think she's stunning, and you know, she has her little black cat still with her. Sums her up. I definitely get that very vibrant, very fiery energy from her. I love the Ten of Swords here. I think is really well done. Instead of having all those swords stabbing someone's body, I think this is a really good rendition of the Ten of Swords. You can still feel, you know, the sword open ending, but it's definitely not as backstabbing as like Rider-Waite-Smith like decks. And this Three of Cups. Oh, they're so cute. So cute. Yeah, I love this deck. This deck reads really well, and I've noticed. Oh, before I put this away, look at this Page of Cups. Usually the Page of Cups is a guy, a page, holding a cup. Inside the cup, there's a fish. This one is the opposite. There's a freaking fish holding a cup with a guy inside it. Like, this is perfect. It's that surrealism, that artisticness, the arts, the arty look of it. It reads so well. Like, it's not difficult at all to read. Like, I know sometimes more artistic freedom, liberties index can be like very challenging sometimes to pick up what they're trying to put down, but this deck, it just, everything makes so much sense, and at the same time it does follow a Rider-Waite-Smith look, but it's not exactly a clone per se. So yeah, that's the Circo Tarot from How to Deal Tarot for Everyday Life. Last but certainly not least, we have True Heart Intuitive Tarot by Rachel True. This one I got only like a month and a half ago. Let me just tell you the story quickly. Basically, I was at Indigo, and I have a problem when I go to Indigo. I go straight to the tarot section and I look for decks. And this time I saw this deck, and I saw it online already previously, but it wasn't a deck I was like really wanting. I'm like, oh, it's pretty, but it's just not for me. I, for some reason, bought it, and as soon as I bought it, I regretted it. I was like, oh god, I really, like, why did I buy it? I'm just gonna return it the next time I go to work and I go to Indigo. So I kept it in the packaging, touch it for like a while. But then I was like, I don't know, for some reason, one day I was like, you know what? I kind of really want to use it. So I opened it up, I used it, and I was so shocked at how well I connected with the deck, like straight on. Because I know some decks, it takes me a bit to work with to really pick up on the energy that it has and like what its purpose is. But this deck, I was like, whoa, like it is so good, freaking good. I use it for only a month now, and I picked up really like strong, deep messages intuitively. Like, speaking of the Ten of Swords we spoke about earlier, like it is gorgeous, and it's also very diverse. But like this Queen of Swords, she could kill me, and I love that. And it's just stunning, absolutely stunning deck. Oh, these are the backs, by the way. I keep on forgetting to show the backs, but these are the backings. They're really nice. It's just, there's something about it. Like this Five of Swords, there's just something about it. I love the way this Five of Swords is portrayed. There's a lot of eyes in this deck. As like this deck is supposed to be like a very intuitive, very much, you know, looking at your third eye. Oh, I'm so glad we got to this card. The strength card in this deck is absolutely like, I love it. I love how she is sitting on top of the lion, and the lion is like, you can see there's mutual respect here. You can see that consent. You can see there's consent to this, like, and you can see how like the lion and the girl are like a team. They're like they're bonded, and how they're looking right at us like, who are you? What you doing here? And I love that, because a lot of strength cards have in the Rider-Waite-Smith have the girl literally ripping open his like mouth, the lion's mouth, and it's just so aggressive. But like this, I think reads so much better, and it makes so much more sense for what the meaning of strength is, that I'm like, yes, this is literally taming your own inner, like, I love it. It's a really pretty deck, really colorful, and it reads super well. Like, I'm so happy that I gave it a chance, because this is one of the decks, this is like a deck that surprised me in the good way. This is a deck that's, of all the decks I ever got, this is the biggest surprise in a good way I've ever had. Like, usually when I buy decks that I really love, I watch so many walkthroughs of it that I know I'm gonna love it. But this deck, it was like I was really unsure about it, and King of Swords, look at him, freaking I was really unsure about it, and I don't know, I was just like, it was very like weird energy, but it came off so well. I'm so happy with it, and I can't wait to keep on using it. This deck I highly recommend actually to anybody that wants a diverse deck with a modern but also at the same time traditional sense to it. This is a deck for you, you know, like it is just gorgeous. And again with the eyes, a theme heavily reflected here. But oh, actually, let me quickly show this one because I really like this card too. The Eight of Wands, I loved it. It's because the Eight of Wands is all about, you know, flow, you know, movement, that type of energy, a very like flow, no blockage. I love how the brain and the different centers of the brain is highlighted with the sticks flowing. Definitely like changes the way you can see this and how the way you're thinking, the perception and everything like that, and what part of the brain you're using and what's flowing, you know. Like I said, this is just a really beautiful deck that's been done really carefully and really like perfectly. Like just alone, this Empress is beautiful. I love the Six of Cups for me. I love the Six of Cups, but I like the Six of Cups because it makes me think of surrealism. I really like surrealistic art, you know, with the butterflies on the boat. There's a lot of artwork with that type of imagery. But yeah, it's just a very beautiful deck, and it really does hit the damn spot on things. So that brings us to the end of the decks that got me through 2020. There were 6 decks. I love all of them to pieces, and I'm so happy that I was able to use them to bring some clarity to my 2020. I know it's been like a horrible year. Oh my god. I can only hope that we go up from here. But yeah, I hope everybody has happy holidays and a very happy new year. Catch y'all in the new year.